All right, I think we are ready to go. Trey, are we live?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello, everybody. This is the Dust to Dust design stream. Um, I'm here with my two buddies, Spotifit and Trey, who are here to help me figure out this stream situation. Spotifit being our graphic designer, who is going to be designing a new design for Dust to Dust today. We hope you all enjoy. Please stick along for the ride. Chill, relax, do what you gotta do. We hope you enjoy the stream. So I guess I'd like to just get started. Say, how's everybody doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Hanging in there. It's kinda cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Sounds
good.
about average.
That's good. That's good. So I see that our graphic designer here is getting to work. So I guess my first question is, what sort of design are we looking for today? Like, what are we looking to create?
I mean, usually when I design stuff, I don't really have like a set thing in mind, but I would probably say at the end of this, it should be like a sticker or maybe like a cool little logo for a t-shirt
Okay.
by the end.
That's cool. So no real inspiration for what we're looking to create today.
I mean, the inspiration is I don't know. I kind of just scroll on Instagram a lot. I look at artists that I like and all that. And then there was this one that really caught my eye. It uses like a lot of negative space when they designed it, and I am kind of just like trying to copy that same feel without like copying it too hard.
Okay,
If
interesting.
that makes any sense whatsoever.
I guess for people who aren't in on the loop for like design things, what exactly is like negative space?
That's a good question to ask.
I always
because
thought
I
it
don't
was,
really know how to, like,
I feel,
describe
isn't it like the when you're looking at a design, it's when like I always pictured it as like when the design blends into like it uses the background for like the purpose of the design. That's kind of what I've pictured it as.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It's kind of like ooh, never mind. I feel like the description I was about to say would probably make things a little bit more confusing.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I said, what is your description? Because you're.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't hurt to give your take on it.
how do you-
Even if it is wrong, I mean I can always look it up, like exact definition.
Good point, good point. I would probably say, yeah, you're correct. It's more like, as if the background is like the subject itself rather than the actual piece. Like the background kind of makes the piece instead of like anything else, really.
I don't know what you were worried about. That feels like a very accurate description of what it is. Now let me look it up. Let me get the exact definition for it. I'm
Just
curious.
say like the backside of his skull and stuff. Like that's where the negative space would start, like being implemented.
Yeah, so it mostly like uses lines, just to like get like the general object in, and then the rest of it is just like negative space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading the definition now. It says, so positive space refers to the subject or areas of interest in an artwork, such as a person's face or figure, and like objects or like trees in a landscape sort of thing, where negative space is literally just the background or area that surrounds the subject of the work. So I think
Okay.
it sounds like a combination sort of the two things that we all just said. But yeah, I mean, art concepts to me have always been so interesting because I feel like there's so much you can do with it. And I remember trying to take a graphic design class when I was at RCC, Rockland Community College, and I remember like just all the concepts started like flying over my head, like towards the end of the class. But they're easy to pick up on if you just kind of stick to it. It's kind of it makes designing things feel kind of interesting, I guess. I don't know what the exact word is, but it's interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
For meaning, I'd say, for you at least, the one who's doing it, it's like, oh, I can do anything with this negative space. It goes for more creativity. Instead of just, doing a drawing and then bam, it's right there.
Yeah, I mean, like, I remember speaking to you for the first time about, like, graphic design, and it was just, like, I feel like you had such a keen grasp on the whole concept, whereas, like, I remember being, like, I remember talking to you and being like, man, I don't know how you get that good at it.
What are you doing?
I mean, it's just, like, I feel like you need to have some applicative ability at art in general to kind of get a really good grasp on it, because you've always been good at, like, just, like, doing sketches and stuff, and, like, I've shown you my drawings that I've tried when I was trying to learn how to draw, and my word, they are primitive, to say the least. We are talking, like, stick figures, and even that was, like, not great. Do you remember that? Do you remember when we started talking about drawing, and you were trying to give me, like, base concepts, and
Yeah, I mean, I do remember that conversation. Yeah, I mean, learning how to draw is, like,
Process.
really weird process. Yeah, I think you would agree with me, Trey. But it's a lot of, like, give and take and stuff like that. It's
A lot of do and don't do.
and don't do's, yes. Yeah, I mean, usually when I sketch, right, I focus on, like, simple shapes. So, like, if you were to look at, like, a sketchbook of mine now, at least, you would see, like, a lot of me just, like, drawing three-dimensional boxes and that kind of stuff, just because it teaches you a lot about, like, making lines and
Basic.
like confident lines is what I should say. Because, like, it all comes down to, like, making confident lines, understanding shapes, and basic concepts, and then, like, that's just how you get good at drawing, right?
Fundamentals.
Yeah, fundamentals. And then you get into, like, the other end of things, where it's, like, actually designing. Because, like, you can, like, learn how to, like, draw, right? And you can draw, like, anything you look at. But if you don't understand, like, design, nothing's gonna be interesting to viewers.
It may be
If that
interesting
makes
to
any
you, but,
sense.
like, you need to connect with everybody else. If you can't.
Yeah. And that's not, like, always the case. Like, it's always good to have, like, side projects that, like, it's meant for, like, your eyes. I know of a lot of artists that say, like, make your own stuff and don't show it to anyone.
Which is like, I understand, but, like, you
Yeah.
kinda probably should show that stuff too, because it's
Yeah, I mean, it's
you.
it's like making a good balance, you know? It's learning when to kind of let yourself have your own stuff that only you see, but at the same time, don't be, like, scared to, like, reach out and kind of, like, show your art to everyone, because, like, you can get, like, a lot of, like, good inspiration from
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
My worst, like, thing is probably portfolio stuff, where it's like having that huge list of stuff that you do and then stuff that you show off too.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
just like building that. That's what the rough part is.
Yeah.
Because it takes me forever when it comes to art. So it's just like, oh, if I do it, then I do it. It's for me, and I'm like, yeah, it's nice, but it's really not worth posting, and then I don't do anything for it.
Yeah.
I remember seeing, like, just stuff and like designs that like the two of you have done in your like early stages, like the stuff that you had shown me,
The stuff I'd like to forget.
stuff that you guys stuff that you guys had shown me from like your early stages of doing just any creative art concepts. And it's amazing to me that there's such a difference, and not just like, I'm not even trying to say that the art's bad, because I feel like that's what most people assume.
Bad. I mean, I'm pretty sure Trey and I both believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I feel like all you artist guys are just the same, in that you both will you all like look at your own concepts from early stages of like your art career, I guess would be the word, and you guys are just like, this is awful. And then like you look at like things that I drew from like high school, like late high school to like now, and it's like that you could take something from when I was like 5 and to compare it to something I've done like yesterday, and you'll be like, you would not be able to tell which one was from when I was 5 and which one came from yesterday. Whereas like you guys who've been drawing every day essentially since you were like basically like children, and it's like there's such a major difference between like the not just quality but even style. Like especially with you, Spotify, I saw like, some of your stuff from that you had shown me from your early stages, and I was like, and then I was like looking at your newer stuff, and I was like kind of blown away, because it's not just quality. Like you can argue quality all day, but it's like the style is almost completely different.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all artists try and find like their own style, and a lot of the times at least for myself, I find it hard to stick with a style. That's only because one, I feel like I'm not that good, whatever, blah blah blah, or I just like dislike the style entirely, and I kind of try and like incorporate stuff from like other people's work into my own. Like recently, I've been wanting to so I'm a big anime guy, right?
Yes,
I like that style. It's just stuck with me forever, and I kind of wanted to incorporate more of that style. But even in like that, just like having that idea is like kind of not it's kind of just gonna put you into like a bump in the road, because you look at anime and there's like, you can look at stuff from like Attack on Titan to like My Hero, just naming some of the big ones. Yeah, it's like they all have different styles, so it's kind of like narrowing stuff down, and it's like even then you might not want to like fully incorporate what they are doing into your own work. You just want to like copy like some small stuff.
Yeah, I remember like specifically when I years and years and years ago when I first started when I watched the first anime I'd ever seen in like its entirety, because I had like seen like bits and pieces of other stuff like anime, and I was like, I remember watching the first like anime that I ever watched in completion and being like, man, these all look the same. And then one day, like years later, I remember like sitting down, and it was like as if I had touched like the like stone of knowledge. Just one day, it popped in my brain. I was like, these don't look at all the same. None of these look similar at all. Like you look at Attack on Titan and My Hero, like the examples you gave, man, they could not be more different. Like, I mean, there are definitely some similarities. I feel like just that type of like Japanese like cartoon style, there is definitely like overlay in how they're done and how they look, but it's like, man, they do completely have different styles. I mean, like
different energies at least.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, you look at like especially, I think the most, like, not egregious, because I feel like that's got a negative connotation, but, like, the most, like, obvious example, is definitely, like, you look at, like, One Piece, right? Something that's been around for, like, what, 30 years, almost? And it's, like, you look at that one compared to, say, again, like, Attack on Titan. Those two could not look more different.
Those are violently different. They're
Just so much more different. And both of them are probably, like, at least for a time, in terms of, like, day-to-day popularity, it's just, like, they were definitely at least on the same wavelength of popularity at one point. I mean, if you look at, like, general popularity, like, One Piece has everything beaten out by some ridiculous margin. But, like, Attack on Titan and One Piece were definitely, at one point, like, as popular as one another. And, like, they look completely different. Like, it's just it's so shocking how different they actually look.
I mean, even One Piece, right, changed up its style a little bit.
I would say that there is definitely... I think that early One Piece was, like, trying to be more cartoonish. And I think One Piece is still trying to be cartoonish, for the most part. But
probably just a time thing.
I think, yeah, because I think they just honed in their skill. Like,
And not to mention, story-wise, like, things got more, like, intense. Things are getting, like, pretty ridiculous, so it's like they kind of have to... You can't really go cartoony, they kind of have to pull it.
I mean, it's still definitely, at times, is still very cartoony. For sure.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm just saying for, like, those...
No, I know what you mean. It's just interesting to look at, because there was definitely a time in my life where I would have looked at One Piece and Attack on Titan and been like, what do you mean they're the same show? Like, what's the difference?
I want to ask Spot then, like, what is your, like, would you say that you have a style? Right? Because my biggest issue is finding that style. It's like
I wouldn't say I found a style yet. I mean, a style would be like, I mean, if I was to define what a style is for me, it'd be like something that I am confident in and something that I am always gonna go back to, right? And I just haven't found that yet. I mean, mostly because like I still feel like I'm a novice when it comes to drawing, like sketch art and stuff like that. Yeah, but still learning. So like until like we reach a point in which we can say, hey, my shit is good, then we can start like kind of finalizing like a style of it. And then after that is kind of just like copying other people's work, kind of like getting an understanding of like the things we like, things we don't, and then once you kind of achieve that, you can truly say that you found a style, because like that's just, you'll like develop it like just like that, honestly.
Yeah, no.
I think I get exactly what you mean.
I mean, I have to apologize because like I feel like I ramble a lot and I feel like I get off topic sometimes.
No, it fits the conversation.
I asked the question because we were talking about other styles, so I was like,
Yeah.
No, I totally get what you mean though. I would I'd say that like, because I'm still trying to learn to do art. I draw like, I try to make myself draw something at least like twice a week in my own private domicile. Drawings that no one will ever see. And I mean, I don't think I've gotten better, but like I said, every person who's ever done art has always said that. They always say, I don't think I've gotten any better. And I mean, it could be that. I probably haven't gotten better. But, you know, in terms of, like, I guess the most applicable thing I could say in terms of my own stuff is that when I do, like, video editing work, it took years to find, there really isn't a style, but, like, kind of like a work form for what I like to do with my own content that I make.
Yeah. Okay. Like a process, right?
Yeah. Like, finding what sort of, like, transformative edits really are funny and, like, what are, like, really entertaining to watch. that was something that I had to pick up on, and I'm glad that I eventually did. And I'm still honing it in. I'm hoping someday I can edit, like, some of those crazy TikTok things that you see. Like, some of those videos, like, there's that guy on TikTok that does, like, he'll just go to, like, random places, like, conventions or, like, the beach near his house, and he'll just, like, walk up to people and be like, hey, do you mind if I film you, like, a 10 or 15 second trailer just for fun? Like, I'll do it for free. And, you know, you think that, like, somebody who's doing that, like, just doing that day to day, you're not expecting anything crazy, but then you see the finished product and you're like, and it's all stuff that he does. He's not even, like, really editing much. Like, he'll, like, edit the filter and whatnot and, like, color, what's the word? I'm blanking on the edit term, but, you, like, look at it, but, like, most of it's just done with, like, angles that he uses on his phone. Like, he'll shoot different things with his phone, and it just looks incredible. It looks like something that you could genuinely see out of, like, a real commercial that you'd see on TV. It's like, dude, I wish I could do that. Like, really? Like, I wish I could just, like, go to somebody and be like, hey, can I film you this 10-second thing? And it looked half as good as that. And, I can't do it. I've been, but, you know. Not yet. That's the better way of putting it.
I tell you, man, you should probably try to figure that out and do that with, like, your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh cards and just drop them.
Yeah, just like I've been trying to break into the Yu-Gi-Oh, like, content creation market forever, but I can't seem to find the niche that I would fit, because there's so many people who already do the whole, like, here's me playing the game for 17 hours a day, and people watch that. And I'm not even making fun of it. I watch it. I literally will spend, like, I'll, like, do homework and stuff, and I'll put that in the background. And, but, like, I can't just do that, right? Like, there's so many people already doing it. So I'm trying to find the perfect niche for which to, like, break into and make good content that people are going to want to watch that isn't already being done to death. If that makes any sense.
Later. I think I have a couple ideas on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll yeah, I'm down to talk about it later, for sure. But, like,
I got something running in my head right now.
I mean, it's just, like, I have some ideas, some, projects in the work that are being, worked on, hidden deep within my brain. Spotify here, I've talked to about it, but,
yeah, I'm kind of afraid with you.
It's all good content that content that I believe and hope is good. I can't really say until it's done that it's good content. But, one day, I hope to put it out, eventually. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you know, everybody's got their own thing. I'm hoping someday I could do art that I don't feel, like, embarrassed about. And, I'm sure you guys are one day gonna find your style or niche that you like to fit, and you won't feel like every drawing you do is like something that a 14-year-old will do after reading, like, How to Draw Anime Characters book.
Yeah. Say that eloquently. To the slash A. That's how I feel.
Man, speaking of which, just a funny little tidbit. I love looking at, like, friends from high school's drawings that they did, where it is literally just, like, how to draw Goku, and then they put, like, their own face on it.
I was definitely one of those people.
I love that. I think that is maybe the funniest thing ever. Like, I have a friend.
I still feel like I'm like that sometimes.
I have a friend from high school that used to draw, like, they're so good at art. Like, they've always been crazy at it, and, like, they're doing it as, like, their degree now, and they're finishing out school this year, and, like, it's just the stuff that they used to draw in high school. It's good, mind you. It's better than anything I could ever do, but, like, there was just, like, the edgiest, like, anime, like, creepypasta stuff that you've ever seen. And it's just like so funny to look at old stuff because I still have the drawings that they made from way back in like middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff that if they saw today, they'd be like, get rid of that, like now.
Or,
I love that stuff though, man. I love just seeing like people's old art and be like, do you remember drawing how to draw anime characters and being like, this is like peak art. This is where art has met its
this is my
apex.
magnum opus.
This is where it meets its apex, and it's I don't think it could get better than this.
It doesn't get better than this.
It's all good stuff though. All in good faith, all in good love. But yeah, I
Oh.
guess
Where am I?
um
I don't know what to do.
yeah, I remember you're using Photoshop, right? Or are you using
No,
Illustrator?
I'm using Illustrator.
Okay, you're using
I'm a
Illustrator.
big Photoshop guy.
Not a big Photoshop guy. Photoshop
Be
is
honest with you.
I'm taking a Photoshop class currently, and I feel like because I went in knowing how to use Photoshop baseline, like I'm not like crazy at it. Like it's not exactly my forte, but I knew it going in
Yeah.
because I tried to like study all of the Adobe Creative Cloud stuff, and Photoshop being like probably the biggest one. I remember like we started the class and I couldn't believe it. Like we're doing stuff like putting collages together. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Anyway, it's Professor, here it is, it's done. He's like, how'd you do that? It's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, what do you mean? I thought this was like easy. And then the kids next to me are like, I don't understand how this works. I was like, well, I guess that makes sense.
I look at Gigabrain after that though.
It's not even really that. I just feel like I feel like I cheated almost. Like I studied this on my own time, and because of that, because I now know how to remove a background from a picture, I'm now like too good for this class. It's like I don't know. It's just like if you know how to do that, you're just like better than everybody else in the class, at least in terms of that stuff. I feel bad, but I guess I shouldn't feel bad. It's all stuff I learned on my own time. It's not like I knew I'd be taking a Photoshop class someday.
Yeah, should be.
On a separate note, what are you guys into? You guys watching anything good? Any good like entertainment mediums?
I don't want to keep revolving around the anime. But the new Demon Slayer drops, or has dropped, and I need to get my hands on that somehow.
Are they on season 3 now? Right?
Yeah, another movie. So,
Another
yeah.
movie
yeah,
came
I
out.
forgot. Yeah.
for these swordsman art.
Oh boy.
Which, I mean, I don't mind, but, like, that was way too fast.
Well, like, the thing I hated about the whole, like, Mugen Train saga was, like, they did the movie, and the movie was a lot of fun, and then in the show, they just did it again. Why'd they do that?
Different parts, some of it, like...
Yeah, I guess they added to it, but, like, who cares? Like...
You already knew what was gonna happen, so they really wasted a whole another, 3 months just for you to sit there.
That's
See
what
the same
that's how I saw it, at least. It's just
No,
like,
I agree. I didn't enjoy it. It was like,
I think it was mostly for the people that just didn't see the movie.
but the
Just
people who
kinda-
are that committed to watching season 3 of Demon Slayer, wouldn't you think they'd go see the movie? It wasn't exactly hard to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's my
I
take
think
on
what
it,
they
at
should
least.
have done instead is just drop the whole thing and not release it episodically. Like, you already saw the movie. Now, if you want to rewatch the movie with like episode wise, here you go. Here's all of it. Like, don't waste my time by making me wait every week for something that may be different.
Or just, like, put the movie on the streaming platforms that you're gonna put Demon Slayer on. I mean, like, give people the option. I don't know. I think they should have just avoided doing the whole arc as an episodic series at all. I feel like it was just a waste of time.
Being said, though, I have high hopes for this movie.
Well, I mean, Mugen Train, the first movie, was really good.
Yeah, but I'm like into it because of after like what Tanjiro was able to do now. Like if he pops off in the movie, like that might become one of my favorites. Because he started popping off after Mugen Train. Like he was going modes. So
fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I have high hopes for it. I'm sure it'll be good. You guys, anything else? Anything maybe perhaps Western that you've seen?
That I've seen?
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Netflix movies lately. Like some of them are like not good. But yeah. Been around now. I've been mostly trying to get into horror movies, or like I've been into horror movies, just none have been good enough to watch.
It's so funny because like I've been talking to like some of my professors, and I was like, I bring up because like we're all communications related like stuff, and so everybody's seen a bunch of movies, and like my thing is horror movies. Like I love them to death, and like they'll ask like. The thing is I've, like, seen every single horror movie. Like, any one of them that you can think of. Like, the niche foreign ones. Like, the ones that are, like, on Netflix, but, like, deep into Netflix. Like,
oh my god, I don't know why this red is, like,
it's
burning
like,
my eyes.
Yeah, it hurts.
Oof.
Maybe that's good.
Let's go down a little bit, just for now.
Let's turn that temp down a little.
I've never had that happen before. Oh, that hurt my eyes.
Yeah, I have my, like, monitor turned down a little bit, so, like, it didn't look too bad.
That was pure color for me. That was just like, that's red.
Yeah, but yeah, like, my professors will be like, oh, have you seen this? And they'll be like, and they all say it in good faith, but it's like, they'll be like, have you seen, like, The Thing from, like, the 70s? And I'll be like, like the late 70s. I think it's a late 70s movie. I could be wrong. It could be early 80s. And they'll say it like it's like a niche film. I'm like, that's my favorite movie of all time. Like, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it a million times. I watch it at least like 3 times a year. Like, I don't know. Like, I've seen like every single horror movie you can think of. And like, I feel bad when people are like, oh.
Let me ask, did you see Stays in the Sun tonight?
Which
No
one?
One Gets Out of Here Alive.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Did you like it? Cause it was like, it got pretty bad.
That's the,
So you see what I mean?
you're talking about the 2021 movie, right? It was,
It's coming all over Netflix right now, like it's so good.
It was, like, okay. It does get a little wacky towards the end.
It's like below mid for me, but like I will say at the start it had me going.
I feel like that's...
I guess it just did it to me way too quick. Like,
To be fair, though, that is like 95% of horror. Like 90% of horror movies are like, yeah, this movie's gonna be crazy, because like the first 10 minutes are awesome and like terrifying or like really good, and then you're like, you get like 30 minutes in, you're like, man, you guys have yet to top the beginning of this film.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, now mind you, that's not always the case, but it is almost always the case.
Almost always the case. And like I can give the Black Phone credit because they didn't do that. It was like in the middle of the movie where the horror started like coming into play. So like they had me invested.
Yeah, I know you don't like that movie very much.
I do not.
I love that movie. And the people I saw it with, every person I saw that with, most of the people that I saw it with were, they liked it, they enjoyed it.
Yeah, timing is really important. Like speaking wise, like the speech, and like some of it just does not work. Some of them talk way too fast for what's going on, and then like they'll just jump onto the next like emotion or jump onto the next scene. It's just like they have no time to like settle in their words. That's what that was.
Yeah, I'd be fair.
I'm talking about that movie. I have a gripe with it. I watched Apocalypto.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was it was alright. It was good. It was lucky. The guy was lucky. It was all based off pure luck, but pretty good. You kept saying Mel Gibson movie though.
What? What'd you say?
It's a Mel Gibson movie though.
That movie? Yeah, Mel Gibson directed it.
And he's an actor, right?
Well, he's a director and actor.
'Cause
You
I
made,
kept
you ever see Passion of the Christ?
just-
Have you actually seen it?
Of course I am.
I don't know why I was shocked to hear you say that.
What do you think? I'm just a little demon baby?
No, just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like your kind of film. That movie was one of the highest grossing films.
I didn't just get up to watch it. So put down to watch it.
I remember
I watched
seeing that on TV. And being
Yeah.
like, what the heck?
What is this? And then you cried.
Yeah, that's a Mel Gibson movie.
Well, I did a good job.
You know, that guy, the guy who plays Jesus in that movie. That's Jim.
He skates.
What?
I said he skates.
How's he?
I don't know.
That guy does a lot of
It's because of that even flow meme that's going on. Like, I just can't. I can't stop imagining Jesus like skating and like, over skyscrapers and stuff. That's like in the background.
yeah,
And then they're like skater dudes, kind of Jesus.
Yeah, the guy who plays Jesus in that movie was he does a lot of religious movies.
That's good.
He's also you know the 2002 Count of Monte Cristo movie? Yeah, he plays the main guy in that movie, Edmond Dante.
Oh,
That movie's so good,
watch
man.
that.
That movie's so good, dude.
I saw it in Carter's. And it was a good movie too. It was just regular class. You're just like,
Yeah, that movie, I remember reading that book for the first time. Being like, dang. I wish there was a movie of that. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh my god. Thank the Lord. Yeah, it's like probably my favorite book of all time. That and, like, Blood Meridian by, the guy, funny enough, who did The Road.
Hey!
Yeah. That guy who wrote The Road made Blood Meridian. And Blood Meridian, despite being probably my favorite book of all time, is an agonizing read.
Is there a movie?
No, I don't believe so. Yeah, I don't think there's a Blood Meridian movie. I don't think it could capture the,
Yeah. No, I get what you mean, because The Road, while it does a very good job, you have a different, like, you always have a different person in your head who's doing all the stuff. So, like, imagine the kid different, imagine the dad different, imagine the voice different. So, like, on that level, it was, like, wasn't the same for me. But everything else, like the world itself and stuff, was, like, it kind of fit. So I was like, oh my goodness, this is, like, a really good one. This matches my rendition.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I remember reading an article a while back about, like, Blood Meridian and how they tried to make a movie out of it. And, they were like, it's probably unfilmable. Just because, like, just because it's such a weird... The story itself is just agony. And, like, a lot of the characters have these, like, weird roles in the book. And, like, the main antagonist of the book is, like, such a weird entity. And it's like...
Just model it like X-Arm.
Don't say that.
Don't do this.
Don't you ever say that again.
What an awful piece of media. But yeah, I like, no, because, like, the main antagonist of the book, is only such a good antagonist because, like, it's such a mystery, and it's, like, it's one of those things where I think if they tried to make a film out of it, they would just ruin it, like, what makes it so weird.
And I think, I guess I'm only talking to Disney here. It's like they need to realize, like, you can't just, take their old movies and do them again and then expect it to be stellar. It's like you can't recreate that movie in that style that you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like 90% of the Disney live-action remakes. Where it's like, did we need a live-action Mulan? I feel like we got enough Mulan. It's like...
Lion King? Like,
don't even get me started on Lion King. I remember, like...
necessary.
I remember having somebody close to me be like, man, that Lion King movie, that was so sad. That movie made me cry. I was like, it only made you cry because it was an already pre-written story that was done well, really well.
Made other people cry.
Yeah,
Has been
like,
proven to make other people cry.
I mean, I saw the live-action Lion King, and I was kind of dumbfounded. I was like, how could anybody enjoy this?
I never wanted to imagine real lions doing this.
It's like, I don't need to see a real lion doing a funny little dance and singing a goofy little, silly little song. Like, I don't need to see that. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like, I mean, like, what other ones did they do? They did Dumbo, which I feel like nobody saw.
You said Dumbo, and, like, I was like, Dumbo? Like, they made one about Dumbo?
Yeah, my brain turned off for a second, and I was like, what?
Yeah, they did a Dumbo one. And, I feel like nobody saw it. No, that was not the first one.
What was the first one?
I think it was The Lion King, man.
I could have swore it was Dumbo.
You're talking about the live-action remakes, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the live-action remakes.
I
need a fact checker.
Yeah, I'm fact-checking.
Source?
Source material.
Live-action Disney movies. The
In
first...
order.
Oh, wow. Actually, we're both wrong.
Oh no.
The first live-action remake they did was The Jungle Book.
Huh.
That makes sense.
That was done years before they did any of the other ones. I remember seeing that and being like, why?
Does Baloo just look like a grizzly bear?
Yeah, it's just a bear. Like, doesn't that kind of take all the magic out of it?
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to imagine, like, Baloo as just a real bear.
Yeah, he's like, we got the bear necessity. That's only funny because it's a cartoon bear. If I see a grizzly bear doing that, I'm like, this is bizarre. I get these movies are made for children and all that, but it's like...
The orangutan, yeah, I remember.
It wasn't even an orangutan. It was a
Weird.
Gigantopithecus in the live-action remake.
Gigantopithecus.
Yeah.
The legal term for him?
No, this if I remember correctly, I could be wrong on this. A Gigantopithecus is like an ancestral, it's an ancestor of the orangutan, I think, like an extinct ancestor of the orangutan that was enormous, and for some reason in the live-action remake, and they don't just like. It's not like fans were just like, oh, well, that's technically a Gigantopithecus. It's like, no, in the movie, in the song, what's the song that the orangutan sings?
Ooey shooby doop.
I'll be like you. Yeah, that one.
Shooby doop to figure it out.
The Jungle VIP. That one. In that song, he's like, I am a Gigantopithecus.
Does he sing that in the original?
No.
Then what?
I have no idea. There has to be a reason for it, but
I mean, maybe they just wanted the big brain people, but
I was just thinking that.
it's like, hey, remember that?
We know
before.
about animals.
I don't remember
you.
for what reason they had to make it a Gigantopithecus, but they definitely did. I just like, it's just one of those things that was like, dang, that's such a bizarre ad.
I do love my live-action tigers. Sherlock's.
I mean, the original Jungle Book is just a piece of gold.
Oh yeah.
Such a good movie. Ooby-doo.
Jungle Book 2 and 3 though.
Don't even. All those Disney, like, original Disney, like, sequels, man, are so bad.
2 is, like, kinda okay.
No, it's not. Have you seen it, like, recently?
No.
No. It's, not good. It's kind of bad, even.
Sad to hear. Because, like, I remember liking it as a kid. Be like, this is good.
You won, but not that good. But still alright.
I remember seeing, I remember for the first time I saw, the live-action version of, not the live-action, the sequel to, Aladdin, because there's 2 of them, and, my word, are they bad.
Were you not a fan?
No, because, like, why did they even make them? I guess that is true. They made it for money. But like, there's the Return of Jafar, which was like like, I think it was either the second Aladdin movie they made, or it was the third one. I just remember thinking, like, because they couldn't even get Robin Williams to come back.
He was just like,
Because there's Aladdin 3 and the King of Thieves. They went from the first movie with Robin Williams as Genie. Somehow, they decided to make Aladdin 2, which isn't even called Aladdin 2. It's called Return of Jafar. And then they made Aladdin 3, The King of Thieves, and The King of Thieves, and they couldn't get Robin Williams to come back for the second one, but somehow they were able to get him back for the third one, which just blows my mind.
What they enticed them with?
Money, I guess.
More money.
Like, they had to get
He made
Dan
more
Castellaneta for the second one. Dan Castellaneta is one of the voice actors for The Simpsons. He voices Homer. I don't understand why they thought that, like,
Sorry, we're turning up the heat for a second. Well.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that it's just bizarre. Like, why would you even make these movies?
Because it would be funny, I think.
Spotify, I know you saw the Ant-Man and Quantumania movie.
I don't even want to talk about that.
I was gonna ask how that was. Is it not good?
Like, the villain was cool, but the way they dealt with him was, like, so dumb. Cause, like, it's so, it's so stupid. Like, they, like, hype this guy to be, like, a universal threat, right? Kind of like Thanos with like, even worse.
Oh.
And, like, and he's just like one part of like this big thing, right? But still, like, they like hype him up to like be this powerful guy, and they deal with him in like the worst way possible, cause basically, literally ants defeat him. Literally ants. Cause so when they got sent to the quantum realm, which is like spoilers if you haven't seen a trailer
I
for the
figured
movie.
Spoilers ahead for anybody.
If you haven't seen a trailer for the movie yet, they get sent to the quantum realm, and apparently, ants also get sent to the quantum realm as well, because they had like an ant farm when like they got sent, and these ants, from what I understand, right, I think I might be like butchering it a little bit, but basically these ants made a colony in the quantum realm and became like a super mega army.
Oh my god.
It's like basically how you can put it, and found the Doctor, which is like the guy who like made the ant suit, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And he was basically like, I have an army now, and like you just see these ants like come out of nowhere,
Are you talking about
like, blasters and all that stuff.
I think his name is Pym.
And,
Is that his name? The Doctor?
no, it's not. Well, maybe it could be Pym. I don't know. It's not like the Ant-Man. It's like,
I know, cause like Ant-Man is Paul Rudd.
yeah.
I know it's not him. The guy who like makes Paul Rudd's suit.
Yeah.
That's the guy you're talking about. So he
Yeah,
gets
that's the
control
guy
of
I'm talking
ants. That's Pym, yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
his name.
Yeah.
Like Hank
yeah,
Pym,
he
I think
just-
is
he
his
gets,
name.
Control of these super ants, and these super ants just destroy Kang, right? And it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid.
That doesn't sound like how it should go.
I saw some like
It shouldn't. So the whole movie's kind of boring. The only interesting part about it was with Kang, in my opinion.
Hank
And,
Kang being
yeah.
the main villain.
Yeah, Kang the Conqueror.
I remember seeing some screenshots from that movie where this green screen's like really bad. And,
Yeah, I mean, I was never like taken aback by anything, but yeah, Marvel movies have not been doing well when it comes to that stuff.
I don't know what happened. Like you see Infinity War and you're like, dang.
Saving money.
I think it's like one, yeah, money, I guess, and then two, it's like we can kind of get away with it at this
You
point.
just have to put
I mean,
something-
people
Like,
are just
yeah.
gonna keep seeing these movies.
Yeah, it's like you can like you can just like make anything and people will see it at this point. They're too deep in.
Too big.
We're in too deep.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
for them. I mean, they win.
Yeah, I guess, right? Like, they just could do anything at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big Marvel movie guy. I mean, I was like kind of into the idea of there being like one big universe in like the Marvel cinematic universe, but
I mean, they're going about it is kind of sucks. So,
yeah. I don't know why this keeps on combining. Stop doing that.
I mean, I'm happy that we're at least past like the origin story phases, but like that's also like some of the best.
Yeah, that's where
Arcs,
like they
so,
were
yeah.
like really
So,
good.
It's like
So
one
it's
of
like,
the best
wow, what was
universes.
I even watching this for?
Mhm. I was so excited to see the rest of it. Well, nope.
I mean, like if they continue with Kang, I'm like excited to see like what they do with that, but that's it.
The only thing I have open now is pretty much just Spider-Man stuff they may do.
Yeah, yeah, they haven't really gone wrong with like a Spider-Man movie yet.
Because once the Venom one comes out, I don't even know what they're gonna do. I can't imagine them continuing it on that. Because Tom Holland,
Yeah.
like he wants to continue doing
But do you see? Doesn't seem like he wants to.
that. Yeah, I don't think it doesn't. For me, it doesn't seem like he wants to keep doing it. Like he loves it, but like, you know, it just feels like
Yeah, I mean, it's fair, but it's like you want to move on.
because he's like he did Uncharted, and I was like, why is he doing another movie during this Marvel stuff? You know, because he wouldn't really see him anywhere else. That's the only other movie he did. So it's just like that being
Yeah.
the only other movie that he did. He must want to like branch out. And good on him because I'd love to see the other stuff too. But I'm not watching Uncharted.
Yeah, I haven't seen Uncharted actually.
I did.
I mean, I'm not like a movie head, so like I don't really get out to like watch movies a lot.
Not a big movie guy.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm not a big movie guy. It's just that I don't want to go to a
Theater
theater.
guy.
I don't want to like actively go to a theater.
Yeah, you're not a big theater.
Yeah.
I remember last year, I went and saw like 18 separate movies throughout the year by myself in the theater.
Dude, research.
Did you say research?
Yeah, for your career. And
Yeah, it's research. That's what it was. It wasn't just a lame guy going to a movie by himself. I saw. This was after, but I saw the Lightyear movie by myself, and there wasn't a single other person in the theater.
You know, that's funny, because when I went to see the Ant-Man movie, I was with like 2 of my friends, and there was no one in that theater either.
Really?
Yeah, there was no one in that theater. It was just the 3 of us.
I wonder if it did well. Like,
I heard that it didn't.
Really?
Yeah, my boss was like, I'm shocked because like that's like one of the only Marvel movies that got like a bad grade on Rotten Tomatoes. So I was like, okay.
Well, that's not what I mean. It did fine financially, box office
I mean,
wise.
like how many people saw it?
Well, I mean, box office just means a bunch of people saw it because they made $519 million on that movie.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's got a 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. That is insane. Does that mean it's got the lowest score? It might actually have the lowest score.
We see in John Wick 4 though.
I mean, I guess we kind of have to, right? Like,
Wow,
well,
you
I
got
yeah, I
that
mean, just
time.
like yeah.
Never mind, I guess.
No, I mean, like as soon as it comes out. I mean, you and I have been talking about it since for a bit now, and we definitely should go see it. I mean, it looks
I'm
great.
I always thought Spider-Verse.
Well, you said John Wick 4.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying Spider-Verse is the one that was like I need, like I cannot die without because that's just how much I enjoyed the first one. And there's a Utopia 2's coming out. I don't know when. What's that?
I think Funny enough, I think, what's it called?
Aiming the up key.
Ant-Man and the Wasp currently has the lowest Marvel movie score. Oh wait, hold on. Eternals has a lower one by like 1 point.
Well, Eternals is
I forgot they made the.
That movie is so bad, dude.
I mean, I don't think it was supposed to like succeed, or it was ever going to.
I remember I went on Twitter once and I saw somebody say, dude, Marvel Eternals choreography or cinematography is better than Better Call Saul. And I deleted Twitter after that.
What a comparison.
Like, what a... First off, wrong. Secondly, what?
Two completely different mediums.
Like, you're talking about a movie that, like, has, like, a $1 billion budget. And you're talking about a show that doesn't have that budget. Like, it has a high budget, I'm sure. But it's like, it doesn't have Marvel movie budget. And you're acting like there's any comparison to be drawn. And not only that, Better Call Saul's cinematography is better. Like, by an unfathomable margin.
Yes. Plus, it's enjoyable to watch.
At least it's a good watch, too. Eternals was terrible. It was so boring.
Borderline torture.
I don't want to say borderline torture, but, like, it was just such a boring movie.
We're covering, like, the basic movies. So, what's like, ski movies?
I don't know. I just don't care, right? Like, why would I even care?
Great, forget me asking a question. It's fine.
No, I just, like, these Marvel movies are just so lame now. Like, I saw, what's it called? I don't know. I'm trying to remember all of them. I can't even remember any of their names. It doesn't even matter. They're so lame. Infinity War was the last one that was good. Endgame was not good. Endgame was okay. It was alright. I feel like this piece is coming together really nice.
I hope. Oh no. What? Something's not looking right.
You guys play any good games recently?
I'm just playing Risk of Rain.
Yeah, you enjoying Risk of Rain? Why?
Well, for one, like, for some reason, like, the last time I played Risk of Rain, like, when I was at the apartments, I would actually get, like, players, like, people who would come on, and there would be at least 4 or 5 different, like, servers that were open to play, and you could join, and people were playing, and yada yada. Some of them were modded, so you join into, like, a 4-player game, and then all of a sudden 2 more people would join, and, like, you have, like, 8 to 10 people, and it was great. But these days I'm trying, and there's, like, nobody on. And, like, when you do join, and then someone joins you, you're lucky if another person joins, so you have 3 people, and then 4, and, like, yada yada yada. It's like nobody's playing the game anymore, and it sucks, because, like, I do genuinely enjoy the game, and I like the music, so. And, like, I've just been the struggle of trying to find a group. It's enough. It's like, I don't think I can play this game anymore.
Is that Risk of Rain 1 or 2?
2.
Yeah, because that's a completely different game from the first one.
Yeah. I didn't play the first one.
What about you, Spot? You play anything good?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I know you've been on that Ultra Kill grind.
I mean, yeah, Ultra Kill's a great game, and I really do enjoy it. It's probably one of my favorite shooter games of all time.
I just watched the Maxwell videos for it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend it.
Is there?
I don't know which I would consider to be better, whether it's Doom Eternal or Ultra Kill, but they're pretty close, I think, on my beta at least.
Yeah, I mean, they both play similar. They're really good, both of them.
Yeah.
Ultra Kill looks a bit more fun.
You and I have been,
I mean, yeah.
you and I have been talking
Why
about
the system?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel a lot recently.
Ooh, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, we're all big Yu-Gi-Oh! Heads here. Big Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading
that's
card
a-
game guys.
I've been trying to use that fairy deck. Oh. Going.
You should send me that deck
Realize
list at
that's-
some point.
It's pretty hard.
I'm sure it's not that bad.
This anniversary event sucks.
The anniversary event, or like the newest, like
The event that's going on.
it's like the giveaway they're doing, or like what do you mean?
Like the legendary duelist event for their anniversary, like 11th anniversary, where you have to go in there. There's an event where you're supposed to use certain decks. They give you a loaner deck of the Blue Eyes.
Well, that's not a part of the anniversary. That was just an event they were doing.
It sucks.
The Legend Anthology one,
It sucks.
I think it's fine.
It's a pain to do because like everyone's using that one deck, so it's like there's no point.
Well, it's not a very good deck, so you just get free dubs. You're
I don't
losing
know,
to it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm losing to it, and it makes me feel bad. It's not fun and it's not just because I'm losing.
It isn't
I don't
fun
mind
when
losing.
I lose.
No, I don't mind losing. I lose all the time, and I don't really care because I just go right back to it. Like it doesn't matter to me. But it's just facing the same deck, and it's like I go through 12 different people, and it's the same deck. Like that's the problem.
I feel like I'm not having that problem with this event.
That's the problem I was having.
I feel like,
That is
I mean, a
cool.
lot of people are using Blue Eyes, but that deck is terrible, one. And two, I feel like it wasn't every person.
Well, unfortunately, for an entire night, as in, I would say from about 2.5 hours that I played, I faced 9 out of 10 was the Blue Eyes deck that were running the same cards, not exactly the same cards. Some of them had Blue Eyes Max Dragon, and some of them had
I mean, if you get, like, Chaos Max summon on you, you just lose.
Well,
Well, you can't, like, that card's just hard to out for, like, any deck.
and then, so I'm telling you, that would be 9 out of those 10 would most likely be using that, and I'd lose. Like, okay. Because even though you stop it in one way, they whip out another card that stops you and then whips out 10
Well, maybe
more.
this event just isn't for you. It's not as bad as the newest event they're doing. The
Sounds
tryout
like
duel.
a skill issue to me.
Yeah, yes, it is a skill issue.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Uh-oh.
Did you see this new, what's it called? This new event that they're doing?
No.
It's called Duel
Oh, no,
Trials.
yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Duel
I did.
Trials, where you get one of 3 structure decks that are all awful. Hold on one sec. Yeah, and
Just fight with that.
yeah, like you get one of 3 structure decks that are all terrible. Those are the only decks you can use, and you have the entire event is 3 duels long.
That's awful. They just want you to sit there and play with starter decks for 3 games.
Like, okay, you to get all 3 of the the rewards for the event, you have to win 3 games, not even in a row. Just 3 games in general, and then you just beat the event.
Not that bad, I don't think.
The reward at the very end Spot is one free pack from the newest booster pack.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. Whoopee.
I mean, a structure deck event could be cool.
I
Like-
mean, yeah, I do agree with that. I just wish it was more work, you know?
Forcing everybody back to the basic.
That could be fun, because, like, Magic does that. They have structure deck events and stuff. Like, that Yu-Gi-Oh! Desperately needs, like, a draft. Like ladder of sorts. Like a draft,
Yeah.
like, event of some sort. And, they just
Yeah, I
refuse
agree
to
with
do
that.
it.
Yeah.
For some reason. They just refuse to do it. And I feel like this is maybe their attempt at it. To maybe get it going, but it's like, this is such a bad event. It's just
It
like,
just doesn't have a lot to it.
it doesn't. It's just ridiculous. It's weird. Yeah, but, this, design's looking pretty good.
Thank you, thank you.
Would you say it's coming together nicely?
I would say that it's almost completed.
Hey, okay.
There we go.
Alright, I see you, I see you. Yeah, I'm hoping to, at some point, attend to locals again. Trey, I wish you were in the area still. So we could go to that event together.
There's one that's close.
Huh?
There was one that was close.
Yeah, I mean, the one in, nearby is Toy Wiz.
Probably wouldn't do too good.
Well, you wouldn't need to, like, participate. You could just come and, like, hang out.
I mean, when
Support me.
Support me as a
when
friend.
is it?
It's every Friday.
I can't ask you to come and get me. Just
I mean, I would for like an event. That'd be kind of fun. We can make a day out of it.
I would do that. Spending it there.
I mean, we go at like 6, and the event lasts like a very long time. Like, they go on for a while. We could go get food, come back, hang out, do our thing. I have a new deck, Plunder Patrol. You've seen it. You've seen me
You're
use
using
it.
Plunder Patrol now?
Yeah.
I've always been ignoring the Plunder Patrols. I've been deleting the cards and stuff. What, is it good now?
It's always been good. They just released a new structure deck that's kind of crazy. It's called Trap Tricks, and it's they added new cards to the archetype, and it's insane.
I want more for hire cards.
Yeah,
Or
good luck.
try-
Well, I mean, you got a new one. You guys got a new Fur Hire card.
Not in the game though.
It will be eventually.
What is it?
I don't remember the name of it. It's a new Link monster. Yeah, it's like a new Link monster, Link 2. I don't remember exactly what it does, but I think it adds like a card to your hand or something. But yeah, I mean, you should take that deck to a locals and see how well you do with it. That'd be kind of cool.
Is it? They just feel nice. Just constantly summoning. You can just summon 5 right off the bat if you
It's called Donner Dagger for Hire. It lets you destroy like a Fur Hire that you control and one monster your opponent controls and destroy them. And then it's you know the effect of that one card that lets you tribute a of for hire, or just any monster to summon a for hire with a higher level than it from the deck.
That might be Fila.
Well, it's a spell card.
Spell card?
I think it's rookie for hire. Regardless, it basically the Link Monster has that effect.
Okay.
It'd be kind of fun to take to an event, I'd say. I'm kind of wicked, kind of nasty.
But I'd have to know those effects to the T.
Well, I mean, we could learn them. We could play them, play test them together. See how well you do. The newest, the best deck of the format right now is called Kashtira. And it's, pretty good, I'd say. I'd say it's pretty good. Not a bad deck at all. Maybe, I'd say we could get into that, but that deck is like $2,000.
Okay, I would say it's about done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, well, that was fun.
Yeah, that's pretty fresh.
It was fun.
Nice job, Spot.
Yeah, nice job,
And
man.
there you have it.
And there you have it. I will say though, I do mean to make some like Yu-Gi-Oh related stickers and stuff like that.
That'd be kind of fun.
Nice
Yeah.
sticker.
I was looking more at the display cards
We should definitely look into that. That'd be cool as hell.
Cool.
because they got, as they say, the drip.
They do have the drip. Let's make this very
They
clear.
do.
They absolutely have the drip. Alright, well. I would say this was a lot of fun. Not many viewers, per se, but this was more of just a test event to see how well streaming would go with all the technical aspects of it all. But we'll be posting this to YouTube. It should be on the Twitch page as an archived video. We hope you all enjoyed. For those who watch this in the future, thanks for watching. My name is Isaac. Trey, Spotify, thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thank you for having me.
Be sure to check out, some drip on at Dust to Dust, please.
Drip and stickers.
Stickers, T-shirts, all that jazz. We hope you enjoyed. Thanks again so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All right. Thanks again. You guys want to say anything before I head out?
No, just keep it on.
Follow
keep an
your
eye
dreams.
out. That works.
Follow your dreams.
Copy other people's stuff,
Yes. Don't be
but don't steal it.
don't be-
Only do it for learning.
study. Relax.
Study. Relax. Live your life.
Live your life.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.